What is going on, y'all? Down South 77 here again, and you are looking at 3 Star Draw. This is an adult collector channel where we talk about G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe related things, primarily focusing on G.I. Joe Classified, and every now and then I will take a look at a figure from another line that I'm into. I've started picking up some other stuff that I like as I can, and I like to show that off on the channel just to show off my other interest besides G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe's the passion, but you gotta sometimes you gotta fuel that passion by taking a break. I guess I'm not taking a break. We just hadn't got any new Joe stuff, so I wanted to touch base with everybody on the Vamp. When me and my cousin Pop Blender did our unboxing video on the Vamp last week, we did a dual live unboxing. And we wanted to do that because one, we wanted to collaborate on another video, and two, we didn't want to do the same old thing and we wanted to do it together. So we decided to do a live unboxing because not a lot of people do live unboxings that I've seen. I mean, I know they're out there. I know some folks do it, and I thought it might be something different, but not a lot of people do it, and I think probably because it's tedious and it can be boring. Ours was probably boring too for some, but I know some of our chat enjoyed it and hung in. We tried to make it fun and cut up, which is what we do. That's what I do here, and hopefully some people enjoyed it. But I was always aware while we were doing it that I was not going to rate it. Was just we were going to get it out and put it together and play around with it and joke around with the chat. And I told him beforehand, I said, I'm not rating it today. I just want to get it out and get it together, bounce some ideas and thoughts back and forth off the chat, whoever showed up for it. And it worked. We had a great time. It went on a lot longer than we planned, but that's the way it goes. That's how we do things around here. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna try to make it interesting. I'm gonna tell some stories. I'm gonna do all kind of shit. But what I didn't do was give the Vamp and Clutch my rating. So you may or may not know, for this year I have changed my rating system from either halves or whole yeehaws to include quarter yeehaws. I had to do that because most of these Joe figures are so good. The margins for keeping it within halves, for me, I'm too specific and I'm too technical, and I felt like adding quarters in would be a better way to give a more accurate representation of what I think its score should be. So for this right here, I'm not even going to bring the Vamp over here. It's right here on the shelf. I'm not even going to bring it over here and do a close-up. We're not even going to look at it. I'm just going to talk about it for a minute. Honestly, I've got it posed right now in a position that I really like, and if you can't see it, I'm going to throw a picture in at the slide in at the end of the video. I don't want to move it. I've got figures on it that I like on there right now, and it's kind of hard to get them where they are, so we're just going to talk about it. Tell me in the comments what you think the rating on the Vamp is. I'd like to know right down there what you guys think it is. If you've got it in hand, you played with it, you've had time with it now. That's kind of what I was waiting for, to get a little time, and I haven't had it outside. I hadn't had a chance to go out and get it dirty. I played with it in here at my table here. I've had it in the living room, had it on the kitchen table, put all kinds of different figures on it. So I've had some time to move it around and pose it, and I've done a few light pictures with it. And I thought it was time to actually give my honest opinion on it and on Clutch. For me, you guys, the Vamp is a 3.75 yeehaws. Now, I'm probably going to get digital cyber tomatoes thrown at me for that, but it is great, and it is almost what I was hoping for. It is what I was hoping for, but it's just got a couple of little flaws that I don't like, and they're nothing that I can't live with. But for $100, and yes, we got a figure with it, so if you want to say for $75, I really feel like the minor flaws should have been done better. So what I'm talking about is the wheels. The wheels were supposed to be this big deal, and if you didn't get them on right, they were not gonna work or whatever. The wheels are the same damn thing. I could pull them wheels off and do a four tire rotate and balance, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference because they're still going to do this. I guess it's a Jeep, so it's got to have a death wobble. Um, really doesn't take anything away from playing with it. It's just they're wobbly and it's kind of silly. You could shim that up. You could get a grommet or something and put behind there, I think, and probably tighten that up so it wouldn't do that. And I may wind up doing it. I don't know. It is what it is. It's not. It don't break the the illusion of playing with it. It don't pull you out of the imagination. It's just for me. It's one of those things that should not be. That's my issue with the issues that I have with classified stuff. Is that it's just stuff that should not be. It should have been fixed before it was ever left. It's not a error. It's just a design flaw, and they're made to be a little wobbly. If you're gonna have it out, you don't want the wheels on too tight, because if you're out playing with it or your kids playing with it and hit something, brushes up against something, you don't want to shear that peg off where it snaps in. Point is, for me as an adult collector who they're selling this to, I don't care what age it says on the box, we're the ones buying it. Maybe we bought one for our kid, but they're selling these things to us. And for an adult, I go to work, I work 40 plus hours a week. um, I have set amount of funds that I can put into this hobby, and it's taken every bit of it to stay in this hobby and enjoy it and keep up with it. So for my $100, I don't want wobbly ass wheels. I'm sorry, people might think that's a little bit nitpicky and a little bit gripey, but man, it's my money. I want it right. I want it right. And I want it packed right. Okay. I want Hasbro to put the effort into getting it to me in one piece that they put in assembling it and putting it in that nice box and kissing it and patting its behind on the way down the assembly line into shipping. And shipping just like takes a look at it and gives it a golden shower and kicks it off in a box. I feel like I want that effort put into getting it here. That's part of the whole presentation for me. The guns are ass. Uh, I'll just say it. I don't like them. I don't like the way they fit. I don't like the way they sit. I don't like the way they look. They're out of proportion. They'll get the job done. We've still got imagination retained up here. I can make it work. I mean, I spent all of my childhood making guys pull out sidearms that were molded on and have battles. I can make that work. It's another thing that I think could have been ironed out a little better. Don't get me started on the ammo cans. I've seen about 643 different ways to put those cans on there. There is a way that they will go on there and they will snap. I hadn't even done it on mine yet. You can get them on there and you can get them to snap in. There is just the slightest bit of a lip that you can pop them in and they should stay. And it is also about the ugliest position that you can put the cans in and feed the guns. And don't get me started on both guns feeding from the outside port. Well, one from the outside, one properly. So I actually have my belt for that right gun ran up through the can and over and around and into the correct side that it's supposed to feed ammo into, and it makes that gun set up just a little wonky because the bullets are in the way. Other than those things, which they are minor, but they should not be. I am happy with the VAMP. I'm happy with the purchase. I think it should have been about $10 cheaper. It's a $89 vehicle for me. It just is. It's not perfect, and you got to give them props. It's the first time that they've done something like this, but I would have liked to seen it perfect. So it was about $10. These high ticket items, in my opinion, they're a little too high, and their presentation they're putting more in the presentation than they are in the product, and I'm not really down with that. So it sounds like I'm being Debbie Downer. I told you guys I'm cup half empty. I like the product. Do I want another one? No. I see these people that bought, three, five, whatever. Saw some dude with 10. What are you going to do with 10 vamps? Unless you're flipping them. Like, if you're building a vamp army, how damn big is your area you're playing with your Joes in? It's bigger than mine. Anyway, it's good. It's a good vehicle. I'm glad I bought it. I think I paid $10 too much for it. Now I'm going to turn around and probably sink a bunch more money into it, buying all of the cool aftermarket stuff that Gridiron is already starting to put out for it. He released the first part of it today, or well, yesterday at this point. So he's got the roll cage on the back, and that's going to be the foundation for all the cool snap-on stuff they're going to do. Look forward to seeing what they're doing with that. And by the time you buy that stuff, you will have already bought two more vamps if you get it all. But hey, it'll be badass. Maybe it'll come with a shim kit for the wheels. So 3.75 yeehaws for the vamp itself, because it's flawed. It's not what it needs to be, but it's real close. So my man Clutch. Clutch was the main event for me for this set. I almost went to cancel my pre-order and was just going to pick up a loose clutch somewhere, because there's going to be tons of them floating around. But I didn't. It's like, it's the vamp, man. I need to have the vamp, and the clutch looks pretty good. So we got it, got clutch out, and he was like the first thing that I really looked at. And clutch is great. Clutch is perfect. The figure is solid. Um, I wish they'd give him something other than that shotgun. Pistol's okay, but he's got the shotgun. He's got the wrench, which is cool. And then I guess maybe you can count the axe and the fire extinguisher, I guess, maybe as his accessories. Really, my only knock against Clutch is that they gave him that reused shotgun, and I don't even mind that shotgun, really. I'm just tired of seeing it. But they put paint apps on his and kind of spruced it up a little bit. I don't know what other really weapons Clutch could have come with. A shotgun and a pistol and a wrench is just about all he needs, but maybe something different that we hadn't seen, or something that we've seen with somebody else that might fit in with him. I don't know. But Clutch isn't perfect, but Clutch is coming in for me at a 4 yeehaw, and that's just because the accessories for him, there's really not really any problems with the figure. He is a fantastic figure. I can't find any design flaws in him. So as a figure that I've been eagerly waiting for, he hits the mark, and he hits the ball. He gets a ground rule double out of it, but it's not a home run. So we get the vamp at 3.75 yeehaws, and we'll give Clutch a 4 yeehaw, and that is one of my favorite original figures. Always was him. So real happy to see that he turned out. He went out and made something of himself in the classified world. Now, if he can only take Breaker under his wing and fix his horrible ass non-standing legs, I'd be real thrilled. So getting closer to the original figures, we're getting there. We've got what are like 5 left, 4 left that we need to see. So we'll be getting them. They're stringing us along, but we're gonna get them all. Maybe not this year. But I just want to make this video and give my kind of final thoughts, final opinion on what I thought of it. It is a good set. If you're a old school, more diehard 86 and below kind of collector for Joe's, it's something that you should have in your collection if you have the room and if you have the money. And don't overpay for these things on this secondary scalping market. These resellers, don't pay for that. They're going to come back up on Pulse. You'll be able to get them. They've already come back once or twice since they started shipping. So you'll have an opportunity to pick this up for retail or damn near close to it. So that would be my advice, would just sit back and chill and play the long game until they re-release some more. I don't think they're ever going to wind up at RossCon or OllyCon, but there'll probably be enough of them to go around. I don't see it being an item Pulse will run a sale on at any time soon. But Tripwire is still available, Snow Job's still available. So you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what they're doing. They're fudging these numbers that they're giving us, like Quick Kicks Fudgy Bar. So I don't know, man. You don't know who to trust with it. But I have talked plenty enough about stuff that is not the Vamp and Clutch, so I'm going to go on and get out of here. But just keep all that in mind when you play with yours. What would you like to see made better? What would have made it better for you? And what rating do you think that the Vamp and Clutch, rate them separately? I'd like to know what people's thoughts are on them separate. That's all I got for now. If you're enjoying this content and this nonsensical stuff that I do and put out and half empty the cup, I'd certainly appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe, get me in that algorithm, maybe share me with somebody that might be interested in what I do here. And what I do here is bitch and have fun. Those are my two modes. There's two things I do. I bitch about it or I have fun with it. And I don't see any reason for that to change anytime soon. Do y'all? My loyal subscribers, I've got several now, and they keep coming back and tend to like these videos, and I'm grateful for you guys. So I'm going to wrap this up, get out here, get this video edited, and I'm going to go to bed because I got to get up and go to a birthday party earlier in the day tomorrow. So guys, once again, thumbs up, comment. I'd like to know what you think about the set. How you want to drag me for giving the Vamp a 3.75, go ahead. I want to hear that too. Till next time, this is Down South 77, and this has been 3 Star Draw.